Hi guys, welcome to this leveling up workshop. So in this workshop, what we're going to look at today is things to consider with green screen footage. Now, I at the moment am on a green screen and I've cut myself out, but I am within some footage. Okay, so it's a green screen footage that's around me. So I'm just going to turn the green screen off so you can see it. So let me just go in and turn the green screen off so you can see. So you can see I'm within this green screen area. Now, when I'm recording, I have to be very conscious of that I'm in that green screen area and that I'm not outside of it. So because the green screen will be removed, it doesn't mean anything outside of the area is going to show. So you get a lot of people, and I do it myself occasionally, it's just something to be aware of, is that you don't do things like this, or particularly this side, because I'm cutting myself off. And also that you're not like this. Hello, I'm David from Zenler. You know, because what will happen is it will cut you out. So I'll just show you what happens when I do that on the screen. And I think then it will be clear what's going on. So if I was to go, for instance, like this, you don't see my arm. It gets cut off. It doesn't look very professional. So also if you're in the shot like this, and you're just talking away merrily, your head's cut off, and it's just awful when that happens. It does happen occasionally when you kind of like bob or do those kind of things, but you should be making sure that you've got enough green screen around you so that you're able to do that, and you should be conscious of where that green screen is, so that if you like, I know that on this side, for instance, it cuts off screen, so it doesn't matter, I can do this. It doesn't matter because it's the edge of the shot. But I certainly wouldn't do this. And I certainly wouldn't do that, you know, or get up and walk around, you know. So being conscious of that green screen area when you're recording is really important, guys. So many times I've had this where I've had footage and I've had the head cut off, or someone's gone like this in the footage, and I'm like, oh no, what do I do? What do I do? So sometimes I have to actually put something over the top to cover it so that you don't see that kind of change so much. So if I put something in there to cover it, then it wouldn't matter. Or I'd have to, if it was only on one side, I'd have to move myself over to that side so that I know that it will go off shot. So be careful and be conscious of this when you're shooting any kind of green screen footage. If you've already got that, if you've got that in you're using maybe OBS like I am here, and you've got that in there, just you know, you've normally got your camera in front of you so you can see the green screen areas, so you just make sure that you don't go outside of those areas, and then you're fine, you know, if you can't look at the monitor screen while you're working. But if you're recording, you'd have to reshoot it, because you can't have the head cut off unless you put something like a frame around it or something. You're going to have problems. So this is something to look out for, guys. This is a mistake that lots of people make. And I understand lots of people are not used to using green screen footage or editing or any of those things, but this is something that can easily be avoided and can really level you up on that side of things, as we are talking all about green screens within the live section of the Leveling Up series. So take conscious decisions with framing before you start. Make sure you've got a nice lot of green screen around you, and make sure that you don't go out. I mean, obviously you don't like this. I'm going to stay here because that way I won't be out of the green screen. That's going to look terrible. So just make sure that you've got a little bit. If you've got a very small green screen, you might only be able to do these kind of things, and you might not be able to reach out so much and do those, but you are conscious of those things. Okay, so just be aware of it. Bear that in mind when you're shooting on green screen, because the last thing you want specifically is the head. The head cut off is such a common one, guys. So stay with this and try and keep any of those footage on track so that you can actually key out the green nicely, and you're not going to cut part of your head off or your arms or whatever. So guys, leveling up, hopefully that's been of interest to you.